Chant just being so popular.
You ban out Timber and Abaddon. Now this mix will Aster do this. They get that Lanham Nyx or not. They ban it out and then they pick that's what they are still doing. They're still in the CN meta.
I'm a bit worried about this. I feel like people are seeing it and they're getting group lineups and split lineups, and then Assassin does absolutely nothing. I kind of want to see, I mean, unless you see a clear reason why. Snap, you see Puck.
Some fourth pick.
Very specific.
I agree.
They said people stop a Bat Rider.
Yeah.
Old times.
Ban out the Dragonite and the Viper, both heroes that quite a bit
Enchantress.
And they go with the Enchantress.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Played it yesterday.
Yeah, you can go with Mirana. Borax Mirana +1. That's something that's...
Axe.
Mirana.
Get that?
Mirana.
You. 3 out of 3. Oh,
Well, it's
we can let Slacks talk.
This could also be a bit of a flexible pick. That's why I really like this. The Axe, we were seeing Aster for this tournament. I checked out a bunch of their game. They're playing a carry. Monet's played it. This was before it got nerfed, before we got to this tournament. Flexible pick.
You were about to call TA, but you had to Yad and Yad on about Axe, and now 3 out of 4.
I'll give that one to you. You get another bonus. Pony stock for you.
They're gonna ban out Razor.
So the thing about TA in this game is that
Holy shit! Is there a delay or something? What is happening right now?
they have to cover the Vipers are already banned. Razor is the most common one.
Where are my clips?
This is incredible.
4 out of 4.
This is insane.
No, TA versus Axe is super. Because I quite like playing Axe versus TA in most stages of the game. You have Battle Hunger, you have lots of quick damage that will come out. You have Call, which is massive armor. Meld and big. I really do like. I even throw out like most stages of time. Pretty okay.
That's a TB.
That's a
TB, my friend.
Yeah,
well, that's intriguing. I was gonna think maybe Aster. Now you could about going TA. It's just valuable pick. They love the hero for high armor.
Well, you've actually seen. Maybe TNC will ban it, but actually, it so far it didn't. It plays too high of the tempo. I want them to ban.
And you match the tempo. You erase.
And another hero that they play a lot, right?
Yeah.
On the side. One thing that Team Aster never strayed, waiting mid laners. White Album has been a player that gets DP is picked all the.
Yeah.
There.
Glad you said DP. He already has a protection. Axe, Moonlight Shadow with your speed to invade, and I think the lane.
I guess Tide plus EA, that armor. Tempo man. Tide in front.
Bit interesting too. Axe already. You usually hide as much.
Yeah.
But I guess because of the arrow combo, they don't want something combo. Because that's usually why Tide's picked. That just because it breaks the entire initiation.
They ban out some Tlardars, some. Have seen some Tlardar here. Siri though. There are Magnus still. TA has been on fire with that Magnus. In the region itself, they haven't been safe like Magnus.
I expect
Winter Wyvern.
Surprised Aster did. the axe person.
Yeah, but you can't. I think on this way around. And now,
Also
especially with Echo Saber, you double hit her, and that's 4 instances.
That's instant.
Desolate.
And you
plus
buy
after.
Mantle after. They go with the Wyvern. We've seen this go actually, the Wyvern plus stacks. Throughout eons of this game, Axe would back up Ancient. Wyvern would cold embrace him, he farm a bit. We've also seen the same, I believe, played by Liquid. They lost.
On the rise. Not so much as a 5 position. 5 since we go. Axe then.
Lion.
If it's Lions,
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Oh.
this means either. Actually, it doesn't mean any. Very flexible. The only thing we know is Mirana, Wyvern, or Magnus, and that literally.
It's not literally Aura carry. Offlane your Faith Beyond yesterday.
No, we've seen. I've seen him fail so many times. Greatest.
I meant as mid carry from the
From the mid?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, hello, old friend.
Not the hero that they've been extremely successful with.
in Axe.
Turn you. You're not gonna. You're gonna be bristled.
Wyvern. Base damage, like.
Yep.
That's a
They
bit
just
of a-
like bristle. I feel like they just like bristle.
We do.
I hope they itemize properly. Last game, we were literally for the camera. Flat. We were talking about.
It's been autopilot build. Vanguard Hood into Ags immediately. Playing versus like or minus armor heroes.
How do you feel about
Dots.
Slack, Slarda?
How do I? Did you just call me Slardar? Cool. Like that. I
You
think
have this.
Bristleback has been kind of figured. He is very good at Stomper right now, but you know what you're doing. You know exactly how to beat Bristleback. It's very much like Pudge. Nobody doesn't know what to do in a Pudge game. You've all been there literally every game for the last 6. He could be okay. What do you guys think? I mean, I like Bristle mid. I feel like that is okay. Days.
68 mid.
I know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do in this game. Particularly.
They played it on off.
Blue is very strong level. That is one of the handful lead. Very strong. That they're gonna set this. They're gonna set it up that carry for 6. Getting up void. With that person.
Carry bristle.
Omni Knight. What would Omni do in?
I guess he would.
Assassin has survived. Banning phase and the picking
And he won't be
phase.
picked because we.
Joyce, Nick, Lion haters, still wait.
I don't know.
Time Lizard.
Night
Hello,
Stalker.
Dolly.
I wouldn't have.
That's
They've
the
done
C
this
special.
before.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 0 team fight and all a single.
Foul Warlord.
Is that troll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aster's one of the few teams that still did troll. Long time. Nobody else has really been touching Dominator. Very good versus TA as the game.
With
I
Magnus.
really like.
Really good with Magnus. The
Really good.
power.
How-
He's one. Rolled his young adult. Flag. He's been.
Young adulthood?
Not that. For my English.
What the hell are you
They
talking
trolled him, right?
No.
Then he came back, killed all of the village or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He, the lore of Troll Warlord is hilarious. If you've never read it, it's
He's
all like,
literally
yeah, he's an internet troll who lives in his mom's basement. And then he, you know, goes out and murders all of his friends for greatest Keck W. What a loser.
I love Aster's draft.
I think I saw something.
Shut up, Bonk. I'm kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I love their draft. I think that, like the third pick Wyvern, it satisfies the protection versus TI. We've been seeing Wyvern up on the rise with this Holy Locket build. I don't think that they countered it at all. They picked Bristle and Night Stalker into a Wyvern. I feel like they have no damage versus, and I think this troll is set up for absolute success in the form. They have Axe versus. I heavily side with.
Okay, well, it seems like the teams are ready to roll already, so I apologize, Lizard. We'll get your feedback after the game, and we'll say goodbye. Pass it on over, my little hat, to our casters. Oh, hi, goodbye.
Thank you, Little Hat. Yeah, Lacoste, here we are, Aster against TNC, and we're having this, China versus Southeast Asia matchup again. Aster suffered a little bit in terms of pacing up against T1.
Yes.
Do you think this draft remedies those problems? They've adapted enough coming into this new series?
They have a strong team fight compared to TNC's like single target-oriented lineup. This is something that the panel discussed about. No real answer to the Cold Embrace. We've seen what Winter Wyvern can do. Once you get that Holy Locket, you max out the heal, the extra talent on level 10. There is not enough damage. Like Enchanters can't deal damage. You can't deal damage with the Templar Assassin.
Bristleback can't.
It's just, I don't know. They don't have, like, pretty much the only one who can do it is Lion.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's finger probably gonna get used early on. Good thing that I like about their draft is that they come online so fast. They have an Enchantress plus Lion. Oh, the arrow!
He sniped him. Great start here from Aster, coming out very early, out the gates. And onto Boomy's Enchantress. Perfect Arctic Burn there. Great arrow, sets it all up for them. And Monet, the one to get the first blood. So good when you can get your mid lane or your position one into that first blood scenario. It's more regen, or it's a faster first item. Get that tempo going, which they do desperately need. Because like you're saying, TNC, they've got very fast farming heroes, especially around Ancients, right? TA, Bristleback, both very good at clearing early Ancient stacks. So if around 15 to 20 minutes they've built some of that up for themselves, we could see.
They have heroes that can clear the stacks easily. On the other side, you also need to be very careful about the stacking because they might invade. You have Magnus with the Empower, which is going to be maxed out 7 minutes in. You have Axe possibly with the Vanguard coming in, considering how his lane is going to be. And what they're doing right now is running an aggressive tri-lane, something that panelists talked about quite a lot over the past few days, where it's a possibility. And it seems like they're changing things around.
Is it going to be a tri-lane or a dual lane? I guess Mirana can stay up here, maybe get another kill. We'll see what Borax does there. As the kid on the Mirana will spot out Boomy. So that lane going to be, what, your Troll, your Wyvern, your Mirana. The mid lane, of course, that TA versus Magnus. Sideblade's level 1, going to try and splash out, secure some extra CS from range. And for the most part there, it feels like Magnus going to have a pretty good time with and Power just shoving out the way, farming on the tower whenever need be.
That's nice on Teams on the bottom, kills Axe's Courier. So some extra gold. The Couriers level 1, level 4 are pretty slow, so most of the time they just die. Boomy on the Enchantress won't be able to do as much because you can't get the creep. Mirana will one-shot it with the arrow, so this is a pretty secured lane already for the Troll. Night Stalker, we didn't talk too much about him. He's extremely powerful off-lane hero that he's a strong laner. He has 5 armor, level 2, 71 damage, a lot of HP regen, almost 6 per second. Just the basic regeneration, which is insane. And cutting into backlines like Wyvern does not like to play into Night Stalker. Same goes for Oracle. Like, these heroes really are vulnerable to long duration silences. They will sack XXS farm on the bottom just to be able to secure Monet's and put a bit more pressure. Mirana actually arrowed the small creep instead of the big one.
No, bad stuff for her. But yeah, this Night Stalker plus Boomy up here, something that I believe Lanam and Aster struggled with in that T1 series was dealing with the Enchantress and not opting to block out the large camp, not body blocking it. And Boomy here is going to make sure that small camp does open up for her. Enchantress, oh, the battle of the century.
Leap
both
inside the box so that he can just, you know, block it.
And XXS in the meanwhile does die. Gabbi there with the core spray stacks and Tim's without lockdown. Good little setup. And Borax now being forced out of the lane. Boomy, full resources. The wave's pushing pretty heavily towards that Radiant side. We'll need a pullback here from the Enchantress. It feels like TNC have a pretty firm hold across these 3 lanes. And TA doing very well mid. Gabbi's Bristleback doing decently down bottom.
Sometimes, Gary, I forgot to cast the game while I'm doing it. I'm like, man, I'm enjoying myself, you know, sitting here comfortably, watching some top-tier Dota. I forgot that I actually need to talk.
Well, it's the laning stage, man. Nothing that much going on. People running at each other a little bit. But Armel 15-3. Templar Assassin not really being stopped too much. And there's that replay of the kill. Axe, yeah, just getting so much minus armor and damage put on him. Does get a bit of turnaround here to Gabbi as we return to live. He's got Soul Ring, Tangos, 16 1 charges for XXS so he can keep that aggression going.
Tims has a healing cell. We'll pop it on the Bristleback. You want to get to that Vanguard as soon as possible, but he also invested in some smaller items, upgrading the magic stick into full magic one, which I like because Bristleback, like sitting at 10, is always going to be full, but if you upgrade it, then you can make a big turnaround play. On top of it, Bristleback a bit low on mana, has only Soul Ring to work with.
Yeah.
Wyvern as a position 5 doesn't really contribute that much. Like, he's not a strong laner, but Gabbi will drop.
Yeah, the Tim's stun comes out a little bit too late.
What's another point in Arctic Burn, actually?
Yeah, we've seen this a couple of times, I think, from some of these position 4 players mainly, where we... I think we saw, like, the Yapsol go Aghanim Scepter, but
sure.
Lanham's, you know, he's a bit of a madman.
He is a mad position 5 player where he gets, like, Orb of Corrosion on a bat and phase boots every single time. We saw Nyx Assassin yesterday with Vulcan Blade.
Never forget his Juggernaut, man. His roaming Juggernaut with boots first. I think I was like, what, TI4 or something? Just running around killing people.
Always innovative with the item build. Templar Assassin, pretty even in terms of CS on the mid lane. Magnus, White Album. Some of the games that I've seen on Mag was pretty impressive.
A TP cancelled. Tim sticks around mid lane. Yeah, Hex into stun. Melt Strike, will it come? Armel secures the kill onto White Album's Magnus. Now that lane a little less competitive as TA takes a clear lead. Borak's going to try and lap up some of the leftover resources there. The creep wave coming into tier 1. But so far, it feels like Aster definitely have stepped up their game in terms of tempo. They're playing much more aggressively. They're making sure that their snowball from TNC it's not fully halted, but it's definitely been mitigated somewhat.
Yeah, that's what matters. And TNC, they've been known to play super aggressive. Now it's going to be nighttime, Bach with the Boots of Speed, with the Bracer, 202 build. Maybe you want to put a point in Crippling Fear. I don't think it's needed. I think you put more because it's mana consuming. This hero does not have a mana pool. I don't know what this is, 350 at level 5. So he just puts another point in Void, which is much better in my opinion.
Spam the Void. Nasal Goose stacks building up. My god, that physical damage coming in from booming at Tim's. Gabbi trying to contend now with a Cold Embrace, which is healing XXS up seriously, but
14
stacks
charges, Arrow misses.
They're massive. Arrow does miss, but the Starstorm will land, and Tim's burst down by that second touch. The Axe surviving the onslaught there. TNC bring 3 heroes, but Aster, the reaction, bringing numbers to match their opponents.
Mirana rotates to the bottom, misses the arrow, still gets the kill, gets the Urn of Charge, which is very important. Already used one in XXS to be able to be full HP. White Album has Energy Booster queued up. Very interesting.
Oh, and the Magnus, what, is he going to go like the Arcane's Blink build?
On top of Gloves of Haste.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh, we see these gloves more and more often nowadays from +1s and 2s, right? To increase your farm speed, especially when you've got a steroid-like in power.
If I see Mana Boots, Gloves of Haste on mid Magnus, that's an Overwatch case for me.
Well, I've got a call on Gabbi. Couple of stick charges here. Yeah, they're afraid of what's lurking around the corner, but in fact it's TNC that have moved into mid. The stun on Magnus, it does connect mid-skewer, but Borax is there. The kid to back up White Album's mag, give him an earn charge. Try and defend your tier 1 mid lane because Armel ramping up that pressure. Even without a catapult here, shoving straight towards the objective. It's so nice as well having 2 strength heroes in your side lanes. They're kind of self-sustaining, right? Night Stalker, Bristleback. They don't mind being left alone.
This has been very popular in Southeast Asia and China during the second season, where you have unkillable heroes that come online very quickly. White Album once again on the mid lane.
He's got skew, hasn't he? But hexed up and that damage. Trouble big. Cold Embrace is behind them, so Lanham saves the day yet again now. Maybe a bit of turn onto Armel. Gets back in there with a troll trap, stopping Borax, but the leap back. Oh, that impetus hit. Booming. Slays the Mirana, and the push just keeps on coming. Skellies are out. They've got a Dark Troll here. They want this tier 1 desperately.
And now they're knocking on the tier 1 tower. 3-mana rotation teams. Deeping out to the bottom lane. Want to collect some XP. Something that doesn't usually happen. Safe lane. I mean, your off-lane tower that falls 7 minutes in. Arrow connects on TA.
It does, and White Album's here. Shockwave, and the punches come. Armel did get the tower, but loses his life in the exchange.
All right, I see Sage Mask on Lanham. Is he mad enough? Is he madman enough to actually go for Orchid?
Is it Orchid
as
Rush?
Position 5.
Orchid Rush Wyvern. I'm not sure.
Maybe a Falcon Blade. He really loves Falcon Blade on the heroes whenever he plays. I would prefer if it's a Holy Locket, because Cold Embrace, we've seen he uses a Cold Embrace only level 1. Pretty much the damage is not there. You cannot deal damage during it, so we'll have to see what he decides to go for.
Yeah, he basically has 2 reset tools now at this point. Like the panel and you were saying, the damage into Cold Embrace is very limited. So if you Cold Embrace up, this Axe when he jumps in, or Troll Warlord when he's in a bit of danger, you've got Battle Trance, the backup, the Blink Call, RP. So many great tools for Aster. Once we get to that point, you know, the Blink Daggers of course going to be required. Yeah, Tim's there. We'll launch out the Earth Spike. There's no mana for Battle Trance. He looks pretty dead. He's not going to be able to get his ulti off. He's got raindrops and wand in 5 seconds. Monet survives.
But just let him be.
Did they think he had ulti, maybe? Not timing the wand. Not fully aware that he had no chance to Battle Trance. Maybe the TP rotation would have been scary.
Freebie. That was actually a freebie. Extra tower. Regeneration kicking in from tier 1 tower. Base boots. Maybe he thought he will get him with the right click.
Maybe something. I thought Gabbi was the one being caught there. XXS and Lanham. They get on the bristleback, but he's got level 4 Quill Spray. Vanguard, incredibly tanky. They can't kill him off as 2, so Monet's Troll now arriving. Slows him down with the axes. Chase back this bristle and get the Battle Trance going. Couple of roots and snares landing, but Gabbi has no tier 1 for people to TP and save him. They need to TP to the tier 2 instead. Enchantress arriving now, and Gabbi nearly dead. XXS gets the dunk down. Axe picks off the bristleback, and TNC's rotations, they've come in too late as a Moonlight Shadow now to allow Aster to escape.
They place down 1 sentry ward, and that's it. Big kill. This is a position 1 bristleback. Remember, right now, has that Vanguard. I don't even know if he wants to get a Hood this game, because there isn't much spell damage. You have Shockwave, Mag, that's pretty much it.
Well, Axe can get found by Bok. The Hunter in the Night comes in, looks for XXS. Of course, Armel with a ton of damage. That double damage rune helps him out tremendously. And Gabbi defending his top tier 1. Chases back 2 heroes. He's 1v2ing at this point. White Album and Borax, not a chance in hell of turning and fighting him. Also, a serious consideration here for TNC is the next kill they get could lead into Roshan, even 10 minutes in, couldn't it?
Templar Assassin plus the bristleback. It's a ton of minus armor, ton of damage. They bring an extra creep, possibly an Alpha Wolf. They could kill it. This time around, White Album not really having that good of a game compared to Templar Assassin. She's sitting at the 2k lead already. Needs to farm that Blink Dagger to have an initiation, because Axe also slowed things down a bit, invested in all of these small items, plus the Vanguard didn't get too much out of the lane. So Templar Assassin, Dragonlance done, Blightstone, just needs 1 more Mental Hammer to finish off the Deso, and this is going to be the big timing. Vanguard, another Knight, this is 15 minutes in, 14:30, possibly pop a Nighttime with your ulti, and then Bristleback will also have another item. Something that Monet really likes to do is build this Diffuser Blade on a Troll, especially when he has a Steroid coming from the Magnus, so this helps him out clearing the creep waves.
And in particular against Bristleback, nice walker right, as the RP into Arrow, connects and catches Boomy. So 2 kills in a row there. Night Stalker down bottom, got rooted and slain by the Arctic Burn. Now on top, the Enchantress dies. And TNC on the back foot, but you're mentioning, right, the timings they're waiting for. They need these primary items up on the Templar Assassin, as Bristle and Night Stalker to actually feel comfortable going forward.
I love that Borax is getting a lot of farm. rushing the Spirit Vessel against the Night Stalker, most importantly against the Bristleback, you're not gonna be as tanky. Not even buying a magic stick against Bristle. You know, Borax, he knows what's up. Get it online as fast as possible. And Winter Wyvern bought Arcane Boots, so that means probably we're gonna see that Holy Locket, but I would love to see more points in the Cold. If there's a game ever, this is the game to max out the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe he's thinking that one is enough and I can go Arctic Burn because it's such a good game for Cold Embrace, and he's kind of making up for that fact. Going more in the Arctic Burn, get some more damage in towards these tankier strength heroes.
I see some synergy in Aster's draft as well, Gary. They have Whirling Axes, they have Axe, they have Axe XS. Like, a lot of those stuff need to come in together if you want to play professional Dota.
Real tight synergy there, Lacoste.
It really is.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to have excellent synergy, like, this is something that you need to do.
Okay, you know, name someone after a hero, get all this same name stuff together. TNC, smoking into triangle. There's already White Album onto Gabbi though. Skewered back into the rest of Aster. But the backstab is coming. They've got to be wary. The call is there. And Gabbi's nearly dead. The dunk's down, but in comes Spock. Finger of death, and they kill off Lanham. Winter Wyvern down now. White Album, Moonlight Shadow, but they've got a dust. He blinks back a little further. Still no skewer for 7 seconds though. Armel, got to be careful here, but I'll find White Album. No reinitiation from Aster, which could have been a bit worrying for TNC there.
Thing that is important for Aster is to defend the first Roche. They will have RP available once Magnus is back. Big timing that they're looking for is Axe with a Blink Dagger, Diffuse the Blade on Troll. We see how strong Night Stalker is against Wyvern. He just jumps him, can't do stuff, like can't use their spells, there's a finger on top of it. It just completely ruins the hero, and now I love it. Cold Embrace, level 2 at the moment. Should have been 4 at this time, but whatever.
He'll get there eventually. He'll find his way. Aster setting themselves up for a tier 1 push. Boomy with just a little ghost. Gonna hold out on the wave. That ghost does so much damage, piercing into the creeps. Cold Embrace just delays it as they bring numbers up here. Aster really want to take this tier 1. Like you were saying, the next big objective is going to be around Roshan. If this tier 1 can fall and then they swing into that top jungle area, is prime positioning from Aster as TNC. They bring Armel top. The call there on Eng. Boomy in the tree line, very far back, and Armel seems like he's absolutely fine to turn around and meld. XXS. Hey, he's destroying this Axe. They've got a Cold Embrace though. That will undestroy it. Bring them back to the land of the living. Still stuck in an awful positioning though, and Armel secures the kill while Gabbi runs forward. Body backstabs and Tims is there again. Good with this curse though. Resets and holds down the fight. They'll blow through him with a 2-man RP. White Album shockwaves them and Boomy on the run. Gabbi barely surviving, but Armel, the real position 1 here of TNC's gone.
That was a great setup. Like throughout this whole game, you're gonna need to be aware of Winter's Curse into RP setup. This will also be a free tower for them. Lanham, level 10, puts another point in Cold Embrace. I love that. And then he will gonna go into Talent, probably level 13. Everything is gonna be maxed out.
For those of you wondering, by the way, Lacoste hasn't clicked on anything else other than Winter Wyvern. He has had Winter Wyvern selected for 15.5 minutes now.
And I love saying Winter Wyvern. I know chat loves it and appreciates it as well.
I'm sad there's no Weaver in this game, man.
No Weaver, no Wind Ranger. But yeah, look at the damage coming up from the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is such a strong hero. Coming into this tournament, I heard some stories that there is gonna be a Templar Assassin match. You know, like this is it. This is the tournament. They were not wrong.
Yeah, that replay, like you said, that Winter's Curse into RP, the setup. Beautifully done there by Team Aster. I do claim the top tower, try and get some ward coverage down here. This smoke very likely gonna do that job, right? Smoke into the top northern jungle. Get a good ward down from Lanham. So that ward now protects Roshan, protects them from smoke ganks coming from that top part of the map. They're actually gonna... Ooh! Actually gonna go into Roche themselves.
That's a big play. They have double damage, blessed by Gaben, on Troll, ton of damage, they can just tank it.
Who's in here?
With the Cold Embrace. I think I've said Cold Embrace 10 times already during this cast. It's fine. Creep is cutting things out, but I don't think they can get there in time.
I don't think so either.
They have no real team fight. Everything is pretty much a single target-oriented spell.
Yeah, if they're on the back foot, it's incredibly difficult for TNC to fight because they don't have that great ability to catch a number of heroes, right? It's Lion or bust. Lion is the way in and the way out of team fights for them.
Night Stalker picked up a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier to jump Winter Wyvern. I don't like the talent pickup. Would love that you just get the Crippling Fear. 1 extra second could make a big of a difference. They have some right clicks, but at the moment, like, Night Stalker has a lot of armor anyway, so just better to skip it. You get it level 14, level 14 or 15, and just a quick pause. We're going to on-pause straight away.
I was just trying to think how important BKBs could be here for TNC, but then you start realizing they've got RP,
1, 2,
they've got
3
Winter's
abilities.
Curse
Yeah.
and Berserker's Call that all go through BKBs. So that's normally the
Dragon
natural
Scale.
timing that you'd be looking for here at TNC, but they might have to consider different avenues, different approaches to the item builds. Of course, Gabbi's just going to keep tanking himself up there, has a halberd moving into the Aghanim Scepter, but he's found out by the Troll. Disarm comes quickly, but Gabbi, you can see how quickly he loses his mana when Troll gets on top of him. Oh, XXS attempting the blink call, but Armel just a step ahead as TNC scatter to the wind. The Lion, yeah, did fall on that top area.
A lot of vision placed in Radiant jungle. Some will get rewarded, but it's very hard for TNC to take the fight. What their lineup is good against, is trying to get a pick off with the Night Stalker during the nighttime. The problem is they're still gonna have Aegis during the daytime, so this is where they're gonna strike. Even during the nighttime, it's gonna feel good. There is another set of items. Magnus, White Album, you finished off the Echo Saber. Axe going into Manta style next, so you will have 3 scaling cores.
That's gonna be amazing, yeah. And he's got a call on to Gabbi. Bristleback.
Mana gone.
Chased by Monet, the battle trap's going. Ranged form now though, so no ensnares. Gabbi. That's the backup of the entirety of the TNC squad now. They want blood. Monet is out there. Still has Aegis, of course. Impetus shots coming in. Arrow does catch Gabbi. You're right. Bristleback held out of the fight. So Tim's with that one stunned finger. They'll take the Aegis down.
They need to
They want
reset.
to keep on going for this. There's Winter's Curse. There's a potential for turnaround for Aster now.
Magnus is steeping.
He doesn't have
No RP for 30.
Yeah.
That
no
was a
ulti.
very early ulti coming out from Troll. Like, he put himself in a bad spot, opened up the potential gank, maybe even a double kill on him there. Needs that BKB desperately to be able to deal with Lion, deal with the Night Stalker silence. Templar Assassin getting closer and closer to her BKB, but as you mentioned, there are 3 abilities that can just buy time during that BKB, so not very effective.
Yeah, and even though TNC slightly ahead and probably feeling like they've hit their item timings decently here, they're the ones that need to keep on either farming and scaling or going out for these smoke movements to get pickoffs. Because it feels like the way that Aster have been playing, very much around these cooldowns, knowing their limitations, not wasting any time either.
BKB almost done on Troll. With that online, they can take a fight because there will be only 30 seconds of a nighttime, and they should be abusing that timing. It's like playing against long cooldown ultis, like a Tidehunter, Faceless Void. You know it's down, go ahead and take a fight.
And of course, that big factor as well, that Roshan got taken by Aster, taking it away from the TA team, does slow down her progression. But she'd want to be out there taking tier 2s at this point, with Deso, Dragonlance, and that BKB. Slow and steady. That's what TNC are looking for now. They will be facing off against, like you say, the double BKB from Magnus and Troll very shortly. And likely a big 5-man clash incoming. Because everybody's going to be feeling strong. Everyone's hit their timings, everyone got their items. Push out the waves and look for a battle. But where should it be, do you think? Like TNC try and force it around that top lane, around Roshan again? Because there's such a long time until he spawns.
I want to see a smoke from Team Aster and to be able to take a fight. Like 2 BKBs, they feel super strong. Every single ability is off cooldown.
Oh,
Boomy will pay with his life, not the hero that they wanted to kill, but they will take it.
They'll take what they're given. TNC is still in the vicinity. Gabbi deciding to dip back towards his ancients.
And this is the beauty of disassembling items in Dota.
Are they going to catch here? They might find the Magnus, you know. They do. Bok takes him down to about half HP. The BKB and the whiffed RP. White Album. He tries it, but Bok dances around it. The beautiful ballerina.
Well, I'll pretend we didn't see that. To go back to the items, you disassemble Echo Saber, you buy a BKB, like you hit the earlier timing, something that the TB does if it's needed. Sometimes Templar Assassin as well. Disassemble the Dragonlance, get that BKB if it's necessary. Players just got better at using this Dota mechanic.
They absolutely have. That move from Magnus there, missing RP, gives a pretty big opportunity to TNC now. Tier 2 tower to be claimed. And they are playing very tight, very closed map together. No one's spreading wide and split pushing. This really is team fight versus team fight. Well, it's more like team fight for Aster and raw HP and tankiness for TNC.
Big item timing for them will be this Aghanim Scepter on Bristleback, one of the best upgrades in the game for sure, where you can just go and QW, expert gaming, professional esports player, QW, keep repeating it.
And then win a team fight.
Yeah, win a game of pressing 2 keys.
And what was the nerf again? They reduced the range on Goo a little bit. It was like 950 range on Goo.
Yeah, and instead of a 1.5, I believe it's a 1.7 or 1.75.
The cast point.
Yeah, 75.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, thankful. They did have a few changes in nerfs to Bristleback because he was
because now it's perfectly balanced.
Now,
like,
yeah. It is. What are you talking about? Balance in all things. Well, you know, we'll see later on. Does he win or not? That's the big question. There's his Scepter and Shard, of course, yeah. Scepter gives you that AoE goo. Don't have to point and click and hairball. So a pretty good Shard there. We'll see if he grabs up that Shard from the second Roshan, which can be up in about a minute. 1 minute.
What is that hairball? He doesn't have hair, right? He has spikes on his back.
He's probably got fur as well. He's a mammal, right? So maybe
is he?
Yeah, porcupines are mammals. They've got spikes.
You watch a lot of National Geographic when you were younger, Gary. Didn't play Dota because I know you're MMR, but you watch National Geographic, which is completely fine. You know that's
Divine player here, thank you very much.
No, you're immortal. Yeah.
Not ex-immortal. Mirana getting caught out. The silence of the finger. Tim's and Bot gathering up a kill down bottom. Yeah, we like a bit of David Attenborough in my house.
No, man, whenever I read news about him, I'm like, oh God, please
don't be dead.
Please don't be dead.
Same thing. And now White Album, stalking his prey. The Enchantress in her natural habitat, looking for any creep she can pick up. We don't know exactly how she mates or what her partner will be like, but she's a very pretty little bandit.
Yes, indeed.
What happened with the Blink? Did he finish off the lock?
No hold lock is straight into Blink Dagger. I guess they don't have the best backline jumpers other than the Night Stalker, so if he can keep the distance and like be able to initiate maybe first on a Night Stalker into Skewer or RP before Night Stalker gets the first jump, could be a good thing. And like you have great frontline. You have Magnus, you have Troll, you have Axe, who's super tanky. Also decided to go for a 4-staff, which I kind of like, push people out of trouble.
Yeah.
TNC very limited on the stuns. What they need to do, TNC, especially Night Stalker, he needs to be able to just jump the back line.
And get a kill.
Yeah, he needs to go for the box stab. Yeah, he needs to go from, you know, from the back and kill the Wyvern pretty much.
I don't know why he's smiling at me while you're saying that. Leave me alone, I'm gonna lock my room tonight. But yeah, it's gonna be like him and the TA, right? Him and the Lion, him and the TA. One of the pairings there as Boomy. Ooh, the arrow to the backside. Borax and Monet, they arrive, and the Blink Call catches out the Enchantress with Roshan alive. No buyback on Ench, so Aster could be getting the second Rosh of the game here. TNC have to contest this though, don't they?
They do. Second Roshan is the most pretty much important thing in the game.
He's got
right
shard.
Now, he has cheese, he has shard, he has that, I don't know which one I said, but I said 2 out of 3. He has the
Aegis
third one,
well.
Aegis on top of it, exactly.
And the cheese. He's got a shot as well. Oh, Tim's with a blink back. Gabbi puts out some quills and goo. And the blink call.
Turn him around.
Will catch the bristleback. He's arrowed and netted. He's dropping low and he's dead. The RP. Solo RP onto Gabbi. Make sure he's gone. A
Not
DKB
really
for it as well.
necessary.
But that should give them Roshan now, for sure.
Bristleback does not have a buyback. Enchantress is out in a second. Night Stalker also used his ulti. Still gonna be nighttime, but this should be a pretty secure Roche for them. White Album needs to be careful how he uses those RPs. This is the second time that he whiffs it.
Well, it made sure the Bristleback died, and I guess they've still got Winter's Curse and Berserker's Call.
They have so many tools against Bristleback in this game. You have Winter's Vibrant Arctic Burn, which is not max HP, current HP, so if you use it when he's full, a lot of damage coming up from that. On top of the Spirit Vessel, Mana Burn.
This isn't...
Axe can turn you around.
This isn't the fastest
It
Roshan.
really isn't.
They've got no Medallion, there's no Solar Crest, right? So it's down to Troll, Warlord, and White Album as the Fox Night Stalker looks to get into the back lines, but he's shockwaved into the waiting arms of Aster. Monet gets the takedown and skewer back onto the TA. BKB's up, and now a buyback comes out. Night Stalker, but there's the Winter's Curse. Aster reset on the Templar Assassin, who turns to Monet, but another reset. The cold embrace
They
by
have no damage against it.
but they can't kill Roshan.
Here
Walks
comes
back in
NS.
again. Great Melt Strike takes down Monet's Troll and a stun out from Lion. Tim's is back in. They found White Album in the front of the fight. Gabbi's respawned, and TNC can keep on battling around Roshan. White Album down, and TNC will claim the prize.
Oh, all because Magnus did not have RP. They would not only... I think TNC will not even try to defend it if they know that RP is available. So Bristleback, he picks up the cheese, he picks up that shard hairball, which gives you even more stacks on goo and more close sprays. So, like, you pop that when they have, let's say, 3-4 goo stacks, suddenly it's ton of damage.
Or even the options like Cancel Blinks, right? You
Yeah.
can throw it into the fog. The Axe and the Magnus can have some trouble.
And now they're back into the game. Like, they were still 1k gold ahead pretty much all the time throughout this game. But now with the cheese, and Templar Assassin also bought the Aghanim Scepter. So that's going to be a big one, being able to teleport around the map. You can also keep one trap in the base, refill the bottle if necessary, Borax. So block is gone for 75 seconds.
That's a long time. And they got a Yule's catch with an XXS call. Tim's very squishy Lion gonna get dunked by the Axe. In comes the TA though. Melt Strike and Trap starting to pick up a bit of pace for Armel. Gabbi also shows his face in the fight. The stacks are good onto Borax. That physical damage slays the Mirana. Gabbi keeps pushing forward as well, while Monet is a little bit behind enemy lines there. XXS with a swift TP home, very casually returns the Fountain. I don't know if the Troll has the same luxury though. Lanham's being pummeled by Gabbi right now. Oh, great. Will delay the inevitable death of the Winter Wyvern.
Great execution from TNC. They're using this cheese Aegis to full potential, just being able to just play more aggressive on the map. And Templar Assassin, it's like having Kunkka in the team. You set up the trap, go back to base, teleport with the Aghanim Scepter, full HP, full mana, full bottle, can refill even your allies. Very hard to deal with. Like, you try to go for a split push or something, Templar Assassin shows up, level 20, even more minus armor coming out from that Melt talent. And once you get to level 25, that's a big one.
The refraction
8 refraction instances.
It still feels weird because we had that long period where the Meld Bash was so popular.
When it was 1.5 second bash. Now it's only 1.
Yeah.
One of my favorite batches, Gary, for sure, was the one where all the talents were nerfed down by around 20%. I believe that was the exact wording.
Yeah, only a couple of them stayed as they were. Like the Techie's damage one stayed at whatever it was.
Because it's
251 because it was a meme, yeah. Well, Armel, not top of the net worth anymore. Just behind the Bristleback, but farming through some neutral camps very quickly with a Quickening Charm and a Paladin Sword grabbed up. Some nice neutrals there for TNC. Even a Mindbreaker for them. And who's going to get what there? Like, Lion's holding that headband. They've got Quickening Charm, Night Stalker, Bristle with a Paladin Sword, yeah, okay. TA with a Mindbreaker, that makes sense.
Like, actually, perfect items
Like
for
best
them.
in slot, right?
I would love to see Templar Assassin also picking up the shard for herself, to be able just to silence people, possibly like silence the Magnus, Vibrant in the backline.
Maybe even the Troll.
It's a long duration silence if it's fully charged, 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's enough to maybe Troll, runs in, BKBs, BKB ends, you silence him before he can battle trance. That's your window to blow him up. Aster very much on the back foot right now, and TNC coming for their tier 2s and maybe even thinking about high ground. You still have to be so very worried here as TNC about that team fight combination that Aster has. Base defense galore. And the ability to hold you back, so it has to feel like for TNC a third Roshan kind of game. Choke out the rest of the map, make sure you get more and more farmed on your 2 big cores, as you do have a pretty big gap between the Bristle TA and the rest of the pack there. What's that, like 4,000-5,000 net worth difference, between them and their counterparts.
Yeah, I was looking at the general net worth difference in this game. So yeah, Bristleback, level 22, cold stack damage. We can see the power of Wyvern using the Cold Embrace. They instantly stop trying to get any damage, but once it's gone, I want to see a big RP from White Album, catching 2 or 3 people, because right now, we didn't see too much of it. 2 wasted RPs 2 times in a row.
Yeah, what did he do with the first? The first one was an Enchantress kill, right? Then he missed on the Night Stalker. Then he got one onto the Bristleback, who was pretty much already dead. Well, there was the one top lane as well, which was a nice 2-3-man RP.
Yeah, I didn't want to be too mean, Gary. That's why I said 2. You don't have to pick out every single one that he missed this game or misused. Mirana ulti.
I was just making sure everyone knew that he had one good one at the very least. But it has been a little poor there from White Album. We'll see if he can pick things up though. Given the right opportunity, if TNC play too aggressively, if they want to push high ground, they do open themselves up to getting jumped by this. It's White Album Magnus tries the shockwave skewer play, but here comes Armel, and here comes Tim's. The Hex, the stuns, the Cold Embrace. That keeps him topped up and healthy. Aster thinking about fighting, but look at Gabbi just run straight towards them. He cuts them in half. Destroys their front line, and the back line's being stabbed in by the Night Stalker. The BKBs have been forced out already from Monet and White Album. The Troll and the Mag have no BKBs to the next fight, and nobody died.
Now that's what matters, just to be able to not to lose anyone at this point. Magnus once again getting caught. He tried to go for a skewer play. Not very effective. So yeah, they need to wait. Magnus, after finishing off the Heaven's Halberd, which is great. You get some status resistance against Lion. 1, 2, 3 cores actually rely on dealing the physical right-click damage. Bristleback has Close Sprays, of course, on top of it, but a good item overall. And now, after disassembling that Echo Saber, he still has Oblivion Staff, so what does he do with it? Probably gonna get the Silver Edge. You have Shadow Blade, and then you just need to get an extra recipe. So gonna be much easier for him to set things up, land an RP, and also be able to break Bristleback.
Yeah, break Bristle, maybe even break the Night Stalker, or the TA to some extent could be all good targets for them. Quite reliant on these passives. There has been very good control there from TNC, right? They don't get embroiled in a long, drawn-out fight. They don't collapse on high ground. They make sure they just keep this engine ticking over. Keep progressing forward. Don't need to make any real rash decisions, because it is that waiting game for third Roshan. And there's another minute and a half or so until that fast spawn for him. So you know that you're out farming, you're out leveling. But the question is here, Lucas, do you reckon TNC's lineup outscales Aster's if we go another 15, 20, 25 minutes? Do you think this Troll, Mag, Axe are going to be able to hold up against what TNC has?
Mirana doesn't really scale. Maybe your big power spike is getting level 25, which probably is not going to happen. Axe scales. This is a very greedy build from the offlane where you get the shard. He also decided to go for a 4-step, which is okay, but that delays your Manta style. They have some AoE damage. They can take control over the illusion with the Enchantress. Bristleback deals well with all the quill sprays and the viscous nasal goo. Templar Assassin's not the same hero. Like, after the introduction of the neutral items, the new talents, you get the level 30 and then you have a bash. She scales. Before, like, during, let's say, 2013, 2015, the hero wasn't really good in the late game. You had one big power spike, you miss it, hero falls off, you lose the game off of that. It's not the story anymore.
Oh, XXS misses out on his call. Monet getting saved out by Borax, and XXS with a 4-staff and the arrow, but still in a spot above there as Bot focuses back. Aster went to wide but couldn't get too much shot. Right down, will skewer Bot back into the RP curve, but they overlap it. A little bit of desynchronization there from Team Aster. Forced to yours up, another Cold Embrace, but the Finger of Death from the magic damage. Bot comes in with a void. Axe is still alive, but not for too long. That impetus shot flies.
I was
high
waiting for
ground.
a miss. I thought that's gonna be a miss.
TNC don't miss. They take every shot they've got.
It's just the spell usage from Magnus and Wyvern. It was not on point. What is it,
Griff
Gary?
pointing out the timer on Roshan, man. It's a quick one. He's up
It's
now.
up. Perfect timing. 45 seconds without Axe. They don't know if he has buyback or not. They also don't know what's happening inside the pit. They
Oh,
do.
that's so
They have a
huge.
trap. Never mind. I'm lying.
That's
It's all
so-
good.
They do. That's so key for TNC. They aren't going for it, though. They know it's an objective they can get on the way out of here. It's a great skew into base. Tims gets caught up inside, and then the Moonlight Shadow allows White Album to survive. Monet has battle trance, but no BKB. He has to battle trance. Oh my god,
Is he not life stealing enough?
no, he just died into this. He's got some good bashes there. The shockwave, but the cheese from Gabbi, and Bob comes in again. Cold Embrace. It will delay the death of Monet. Does he have buyback? Lacoste, he's got BKB up, but the physical damage just shreds through him, and he's dead for 80.
They needed some extra help. Narana lands an arrow, but there's too many refraction charges.
And another good call. 886, they're in there. White Album, they dunk down Bob. A dive from TNC, maybe a little bit too far forward. Great curse as well. Gabbi destroyed, and TNC have gone too
She's
far.
disabled. Disarm.
They've taunted her. She can't hit anybody, and there's no saves from Armel. Templar Assassin refracts and tries to escape, but XSS gets a double.
And now they're chasing Spirit Vessel on Enchantress. Lion needs to be careful. Blink Dagger available.
And
Gets
there's the
caught.
call again. The axe just finds one after the other. Tims doesn't want to die back there, so leaves Boomy to his fate.
Oh man, TNC, they overextended so much. You gotta be aware of those skewer plays in tier 4 towers. Another Blink Dagger available in 3 seconds. Tims, he should be okay. Magnus, I don't think he will decide to chase. And yeah, Silver Edge on Mag to be able to break people. And as Griff pointed out, this is the third row, so that means she's Aegis plus something. That something is Aghanim Scepter.
Sure is.
Oh, you give it to Troll if he can get out.
See if they can respawn in time. But yeah, that should have been TNC's Roshan. They knew it was up, but they felt that they could maybe close out this game a little earlier with a fighting in the Radiant base. Great response from Aster, though.
Now you see they're waiting so the Troll can pick things up from the Roshan. They do not want to hit it. Hurry up, Troll.
Get Troll. Get into that pit. Borax on the high ground board. Looking for anybody coming, and then Monet given the final touches on the Roshan. Aegis for Troll Warlord.
They gave Aghanim Scepter to Axe. Very interesting. So Call applies Battle Hunger to everyone who is affected by it. Reduces the enemy armor by 7 and grants Axe 7 armor per affected target. Cooldown reduced by 3. A lot of stuff, a lot of text. I would maybe prefer if that's a Troll one. It
Yeah,
becomes a bit
dispels.
more tanky, lower cooldown, because they don't have MKB on any of the heroes. So lowering the cooldown on Axis is great, and being able to dispel yourself against potential goo, trap, duration, enchant.
Well, Aster, their full arsenal ready to go again.
This is the first time in a professional game that at least I've seen Aghanim Scepter on Axe.
I think so too for me. And I think the big thing there is looking over the tooltip is the 3-second cooldown reduction.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
The way that XSS has been playing is catching and catching, hero after hero, and here's another one to add to his list. Booming. Go Scepters up.
This is a 10k gold swing, maybe even more.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's huge. From like 9,000 back to 5,000. That's a 14k. 13 or 14k swing there in net worth. 40 minutes in now.
XXS, Axe. Extraordinary performance last couple of minutes for sure.
Can you say that again 3 times fast?
No, I had to really focus to say it.
XXS, Axe. There we go. We'll do one. Gabbi. Oh, Armel's also a juicy pick-up if they can find it. Gets the call, the man to arrow combo. Borax here with a Star Storm, and they chain their stuns to perfection.
Axe is kind of carrying the game for them. There's the curse.
And they found another catch here. The bonus kill potentially. Monet gets on top of it. A quick dual scepter as TNC look to re-engage on the Wyvern. Backstab by Nightstalker, but Gabbi's on his man on the RP. White Album's on top of them. TNC not standing. Skadi slow there, and they get on top of him again, but he still had that BKB running.
Surprised Axe didn't want to chase inside the base. 3 heroes dead, had a 4-staff, Blink Dagger, and a call available.
Boomy, you having fun there, buddy? Dragon creep waves around, but guess who's coming? It's XXX. He's looking for you.
He is, and he just misses a call. No one is near the phone, so they need to go to the mid, get this tier 2 tower done with. Now, Troll is super tanky. I think Troll maybe regrets buying that Skull Basher early on, because we can see that, like, if he was a bit more tanky, which Skadi gives him, Skadi ruins Temporal Assassin and the Bristleback, now going into Satanic. I really love Satanic Skadi combination. You have another way of dispelling things. They're gonna go for tier 4. They feel like they want to threaten the game, they want to end this one.
You could see that, the way that Monet was moving, he was stepping around that tier 3, and they ping out, go for tier 4s. Gabbi's still dead for 30 seconds. They've got Lion alive in 5, but Aster might just win this game outright before any response comes out.
The heroes going for the throne.
Trying. Tim's, he's giving it all. He's got me a throne. He's dying. 27-14. It's over. Stuff.
Oh, great comeback from Team Aster. Finally, in the end, they managed to get their combos off. Like, they didn't overlap the spells.